Thank you, really, thank you for staying to the bitter end and for those questions. They're really very, very helpful. So just a couple of closing comments. You've heard a lot about the types of cancers we're talking about. Hopefully you've learned a bit about clinical trials and demystified that, and I really hope that I've encouraged people to be asking those sorts of questions and to think this is actually something that we should all be thinking about doing. And it might turn out that there isn't a trial that's suitable for you, and that's okay as well. And the reason for that might be there's a really obvious thing that you should be doing, and we know that that works really well, and there's actually no need to improve anything there. Or there might be a real gap in the evidence, and we might be needing to say, well, actually, how can we then answer that? So we've got both of those things. So we are making progress, and as I said, this is usually in very small steps, and it takes a long time, but we are getting there. Beware those B stories. I'm not going to say the word again, but we still see those, and they cause a lot of harm. When you think about it, a dead giveaway, the end of the article, it says, doctors think that this might be a useful treatment in 5 years' time. So usually that means that someone's going for a grant and they've found something interesting in a test tube. But when you really think about it, that is of no value to anybody, because the person that it might help in 5 years' time, if it's going to, hasn't even got their cancer yet. And the person who's got cancer now, it's not going to help them either. So it's usually a dead giveaway, and it's the throwaway line that the journalists will often add at the end of an article. So again, when you see that, it should be raising red flags in your mind. But you can help, and you already have. You've turned up today and you've contributed to this discussion, and we're very grateful to you for that. We hope that this has helped to answer some of your questions, and that you might be able to then go out and talk to others and demystify this and make this more of an accessible topic for conversation. Like I said, we want to kill off this guinea pig mentality. It's not about guinea pigs. We're not going to keep you in a little box and feed you lettuce. This is all about offering the very best possible options for your care that we can do. And that final question that I hope you might be able to ask. If you're interested, there's more information you can find on our website, including listings of all the trials that we've got open and where they are open, so you'll be able to find if those trials are open in your region, and lots of other news about what's going on. You can also join the Friends of ANZUP mailing list, so you'll get access to our newsletters, to the A Little Below the Belt magazine, information about what the group is doing, and that's certainly something we'd love to encourage people to be doing. You've already seen this magazine. We're very proud of this. The people who put this together do an absolutely fantastic job. It's a really quite high quality production. And some of the most interesting stories are the ones that come from people who've experienced the cancers and experienced going on clinical trials, and we love to share those stories. I mentioned at the start, we are a charity. We do rely on fundraising. This scientific meeting is part of how we get the funding to do what we do. We also have other fundraising activities, one of which it's these pedal-thon events where we get people to come and ride around the Sydney motorway or Sandown in Melbourne and to raise funds. A lot of fun there. So again, you'll find information like that on the website. And something we instituted during COVID was the Below the Belt #YourWay approach. And this is a way that people were able to participate when they weren't able to get together in groups. So we looked at this thing like 77 kilometres or 77 crunches or 77 scones, I think, I don't know. People interpreted this in all sorts of ways, but it was very creative, and it just helped us to keep these activities going. And the point out of this is that this money goes towards our Below the Belt Research Fund, and 100% of the funds that are raised through those activities goes back to support cancer research. We pay for the administrative costs of these events through other means. So the fundraising money, all of it goes back into supporting research projects, and we're very proud that that's the way that works. So this is our Below the Belt Research Fund. We've got a stretch goal there, and we're a little bit under halfway there, but this has already made a massive difference. We've provided funding to dozens of researchers and projects that otherwise would not have been able to go ahead, and some of those are now evolving into full-fledged clinical trials, and we hope will eventually make a difference to people. So thank you. That's all I've got to say. Thank you once again for coming today and for your interest, and we're happy to hear more. And as Leonie said, please do fill out your evaluations. We're always interested to know how we can improve these sessions and make them more useful for people in the community. So thank you again, and have a safe trip home, and look forward to hearing from you.